I'm Jed, and welcome to another episode of Essential Artists. Today we're going to be looking at the paintings of Frank Frazetta, the true godfather of all fantasy art, but especially the sword and sorcery genre. His influence can still be felt today as new illustrators routinely mimic his iconic paintings and heroic poses to prove their legitimacy among the sword and sorcery artist community, whether consciously doing so or not. That's how ingrained Frank Frazetta's work is in our society today, though sadly, many new artists today do not know who he is. Frank Frazetta evolved from a pen and ink comic book illustrator in 1944 at the age of 16 to painting cover art for paperback space operas in the 1950s, many of which had the Googie aesthetic, which was cutting-edge futurism at the time. But it wasn't until 1964, though, when he started illustrating theatrical movie posters for Hollywood films and the covers of Conan the Barbarian and Tarzan paperbacks, that Frank Frazetta became truly famous and respected outside the comic book community. Comic books had always been looked down upon as lowbrow entertainment before Frank Miller's graphic novel The Dark Knight came out in 1991, which finally made comics socially acceptable. And in the 1960s, paperbacks were seen only as slightly a step above comics, known as pulp fiction. I was a child in the 1970s and remember my introduction to Frank Frazetta's paintings. First on the covers of Conan the Barbarian and Tarzan paperbacks that belonged to my older brother when I was 7, and then in a collection of his fantasy paintings in a calendar I saw in 1976 when I was 10. At the time, it was taboo for a youngster to see that kind of nudity, just like Heavy Metal magazine. So there was an overwhelming sense that I was glimpsing something forbidden as I marveled at Frazetta's technique. Seriously, looking back, studying those Frank Frazetta paintings is what first made me want to become an artist myself, followed by Roger Dean and Mobius. I felt that if I could ever create a painting as good as Frank Frazetta, then I could feel like I was an accomplished artist. I had no idea the enormous bulk of this artist's work, hundreds upon hundreds of paintings and illustrations, which is impossible to convey in the upcoming video. Like always, if you find this artist's work interesting, you should do your own research. Find these paintings for yourself and study them firsthand, because these paintings deserve more than 4 seconds of screen time each. This video is meant merely as an introduction into the amazing career of Frank Frazetta. With that out of the way, let's take a look at the paintings of Frank Frazetta.